Hello. This is TPP, and please hit the like and subscribe button. Please turn on notifications so you'll be notified when I go live and when I drop a video. You see the moniker, right? Scott Jennings. Scott Jennings for press secretary? So apparently, Scott Jennings is being discussed as a possible replacement for Caroline Levitt. And when I hear that, my first reaction was, of course he is, of course. Who else? If Donald Trump is looking for somebody who can stand in front of a room full of people, hear something completely indefensible, rearrange it, turn it sideways, sprinkle some Republican seasoning on it, and hand it back like the problem has been solved, Scott Jennings is your man. I don't even know why they need an interview. Just move his CNN chair behind the White House podium and tell him where the bathrooms are. He don't care. He can handle it. He is quick on his feet. Because my issue with Scott Jennings isn't just that he's a conservative. That's not the problem. CNN should have conservative commentators. I get it. My issue is that I have watched this man find a defense for Trump and Republicans under circumstances where I didn't even know a defense was available. Sometimes I'm sitting there thinking, Scott, you don't have to defend this one. You can sit this one out. No. Here comes Scott, briefcase in hand, ready for duty. And that's why this possibility actually makes more sense than it sounds. He actually seems perfect for the job. He can lie on his feet and in his sleep. Play the clip.
Defending prior endless wars. Now this war is failing.
8 weeks is endless to you?
Okay, you said it was going to be 4 to 6 weeks.
You have the attention span of a gnat?
I debated you on TV 4 to 6 weeks ago, and you said we were weeks away from it. Now you're making condescending remarks because you can't defend the fact that this war is not going your way. Wait, one more time.
Not going your way.
One political concession. Name one political concession.
Honestly, I'm not going to have this guy's
everybody,
in my face.
Everybody, hang tight,
Honestly.
okay? No, everybody calm down.
And that's Scott Jennings right there. What interests me ain't even whether you agree with whatever position he's defending in that particular argument. Watch his technique. That's what makes him potentially perfect for Trump. Jennings doesn't need to convince everybody that Trump is right. He just needs to create another argument that Republicans can use. There's a difference. If Trump does something controversial, Jennings can shift the conversation to what Democrats did. If somebody challenges the facts behind a Republican argument, Jennings can challenge the premise of the question. If the conversation gets uncomfortable, suddenly we're discussing hypocrisy, media bias, Democrats, Joe Biden, the border, somebody's previous statement of something that happened 6 years ago, and politically, that's a skill. He has skill. It drives me crazy, but I'm not going to pretend the man don't know what he is doing because he knows how to talk. Scott Jennings can walk into a conversation where Republicans are getting their asses handed to them and somehow find an emergency exit nobody even knew was there. He may come out with one shoe missing and his shirt is torn and he just all fucked up, but he's coming out. And that's exactly what Trump needs from a press secretary. Trump doesn't need somebody behind that podium saying, you know what, that's an excellent point. Let me reconsider the administration's position. Please. Donald Trump would have the person's belongings sitting outside the White House before lunch. He wants somebody who can fight. He wants somebody who understands television. He wants somebody who doesn't become intimidated when 6 people are challenging him all at once. And most importantly, he wants somebody who can defend Trump. Scott Jennings checks every one of those damn boxes, okay? And Scott Jennings is not some television personality who suddenly discovered politics when CNN hired his ass. The man has been inside Republican politics for years. He worked in the George Bush administration. He was connected to Mitch McConnell. He has advised Republican campaigns. He understands political communications from the inside. That's why I don't watch Jennings like he's simply another commentator giving his personal opinion. I watch him as somebody who understands message discipline. And the Mitch McConnell situation was a perfect example. When people were questioning McConnell's condition and asking him why the senator couldn't simply appear publicly and demonstrate that he was capable of communicating, somehow Scott Jennings comes along and says he has spoken with Mitch for nearly 20 minutes. Nearly 20 minutes. Everybody else is asking, can we see Mitch? Scott says, oh, I just talked to him. Apparently, Scott Jennings has the Mitch McConnell premium subscription. Kentucky can't go a 2-minute video, but Scott has unlimited talk and text. And again, I'm not saying Jennings lied about speaking to Mitch McConnell. That's not my argument. I'm talking about the role Jennings played. He became a messenger of reassurance. I've spoken with him. He's engaged. He's discussing policy. Do you see the pattern? When the Republicans need somebody to carry a message into a media environment where people are skeptical, Scott Jennings is extremely comfortable being that person. Now put that skill behind the White House podium. Suddenly, this possibility doesn't sound crazy at all. It sounds like a promotion. And now we get to why we're having this conversation in the first place. Caroline Leavitt is leaving. She's leaving. Play this clip.
Now, this is from President Trump on Truth Social. Our wonderful White House press secretary and one of my most trusted aides, Caroline Leavitt, will be departing her role at the end of the month so that she can spend more time with her beautiful young children and family. A decision I totally understand and respect. Caroline will now be one of my top outside advisors and an influential voice within the Republican Party.
See, now everything we just talked about matters because replacing Caroline Leavitt is not simply about finding somebody who can read announcements. Trump needs somebody who fits his communication style. Caroline Leavitt understood that. She wasn't standing at that podium trying to become everybody's favorite White House correspondent. She fought the reporters. She challenged questions. She defended the administration aggressively. And she understood something fundamental about Trump's political operation. The confrontation itself can become the message. Scott Jennings understands that too. That's why I think he would be more interesting behind that podium than some traditional Republican communications person nobody has ever heard of. Jennings already knows how to turn an argument into television. He knows when to interrupt. He knows when to challenge somebody's framing. He knows how to get under people's skin. And God only knows he knows how to defend that damn Donald Trump. The only adjustment he'd have to make is remembering he's supposed to call on the reporters before arguing with them. That dude know how to talk for real.